Billionaire Evelyn Carter stepped out of her sleek black car, clutching a single white rose. The sun was just beginning to set, casting golden light over the quiet cemetery. It had been exactly 5 years since her son Daniel died in that terrible car accident. Evelyn never missed a Sunday visit. It was the one place where she didn't have to be CEO, didn't have to pretend she was okay. Here, she could just be Daniel's mother. She made her way slowly down the stone path, the wind tugging at her tailored coat. As she approached Daniel's grave, she noticed something strange. Someone else was already there, a woman kneeling in front of the headstone. Her shoulders shook as she cried softly, and beside her stood a small boy holding onto her skirt. The sight made Evelyn stop in her tracks. She had never seen this woman before. The woman wore a worn diner uniform, her curly hair tied back in a messy bun. Her hands clutched a little bouquet of wildflowers. Evelyn hesitated, then stepped closer. "Excuse me?" she said softly. The woman jumped and quickly wiped her tears. I'm sorry," she stammered. "I didn't mean to. I'll go." But Evelyn shook her head gently. "You're not intruding, but may I ask, how do you know my son?" The woman looked down, avoiding her gaze. "My name is Jasmine," she began, her voice barely above a whisper. I used to work at the diner where he came every Friday night." Evelyn's heart tightened. "Daniel never mentioned anyone," she said, more to herself than to Jasmine. Jasmine took a deep breath. "I don't think he would have. He wasn't the kind of man who bragged about being kind." Evelyn's eyes softened. "Tell me," she said quietly. Jasmine nodded, glancing down at the little boy. "This is Malik, my son," she said. Malik shyly hid his face behind his mother's leg. "Daniel was, and the only customer who ever learned my name," Jasmine continued. "He always asked how I was, noticed when I was having a bad day, and he paid for it. But he never said it was him. I only found out because the repairman let it slip." She hesitated, her voice breaking. "When my heater broke one winter, and I couldn't afford to fix it, he left a little cake with my name on the box." Evelyn stood there stunned. She had always known Daniel had a good heart, but she never knew just how far it went. Her eyes welled up as she listened. Jasmine glanced down at Malik and added softly, "He used to bring Malik coloring books. And on my son's birthday." Malik finally peeked up and nodded shyly. "He was my friend," the boy whispered. Evelyn's breath caught. The little boy's words pierced through her like nothing else had. For years she had grieved alone, feeling like she was the only one who truly missed him. But now she realized Daniel had left pieces of himself everywhere. "Do you come here often?" Evelyn asked, her voice shaking. "Every year," Jasmine admitted. "On the anniversary? To tell him how we're doing? To thank him?" Evelyn slowly knelt down beside Jasmine and Malik. "I didn't know," she whispered. "Thank you for telling me." Jasmine shook her head. "No, thank you. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here. He saved me, and he saved Malik." Evelyn looked into her eyes and saw the truth there. Her son's kindness had carried 2 strangers through the darkest times, and now they were giving her something priceless in return. She reached out and took Jasmine's hand. "Let me help you now," she said softly. Jasmine shook her head, overwhelmed. "You already have," she replied, glancing at the grave. But Evelyn didn't let go of her hand. "You reminded me who my son really was, and I want to honor him by making sure you and Malik are taken care of." Tears rolled down Jasmine's cheeks as Malik stepped closer to Evelyn. He handed her a crumpled drawing of a smiling man holding Malik's hand. Underneath it, in shaky letters, it said, "My friend Daniel. I think Daniel would have been very proud of you too." Evelyn held the drawing to her chest, her tears finally falling freely. For the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. She felt proud. Later, as the 3 of them walked back to her car together, Evelyn glanced at Malik and smiled. "You know," she said gently. Malik grinned and squeezed her hand. Jasmine looked at her and said softly, "He's still here, you know, in everything we do." Evelyn nodded. "Yes, he is." The sun broke through the clouds then, casting light over the cemetery. Evelyn looked back at the headstone one last time, and in that moment, she knew sometimes the people we think we've lost are still all around us, living on in the lives they touched in ways we could never imagine. And sometimes it takes a stranger to show us what was there all along.